Now this is the third chapter, playing with numbers. So before we proceed, we need to know what exactly are factors and multiples. A factor of a number is an exact divisor of that number. That is, that number should divide the other number by leaving the remainder 0. The numbers that divide a given number exactly are called its factors. That is, for example, children, you take 24, right? 2 is a factor of 24 because it divides 24 with 12 and leaves a remainder 0. Hence, 2 is called the factor of 24. The numbers obtained by multiplying a given number by 1, 2, 3 are all its multiples. So, it's very easy. Supposing when I say 2 and 12 are factors of 24, it means 2 and 12 are factors and 24 is the multiple. Right? You can see here the table, factors 1 into 24 and the product or the multiple is 24. 2 into 12 again factors, 24 is the product or multiple. Similarly 3, 8 again they are factors of 24. 6 and 4 again factors of 24. And the division factors, 24 divided by 1 will be 24, 24 divided by 2 will be 12 and so on. These are all called the division facts. You can just go through the table. Now coming to the properties of factors. Every natural number can be divided exactly by 1. Everyone is aware about it? It means 1 is factor of every number. Obviously. Every natural number can be divided exactly by itself also. It means any number is also a factor of itself. So 1 is also a factor of every number and every number is also a factor of itself. The above properties imply that every natural number has at least 2 factors, that is 1 and itself. So you must remember that every natural number has at least 2 factors. What are those 2 factors? 1 and itself. Like 1 into 2 is equal to 2. Right? So 2, the factors of 2 are 2, that is itself, and also 1. 1 is the only natural number which has exactly one factor because naming itself. If two numbers A and B are factors of each other, then A is equal to B. And the third point, a factor is always smaller than the multiple. Okay? It is always smaller than or equal to the number itself. It will never be a bigger number than multiple. Factors are always smaller than the multiples. A number can be a factor of more than one number. For example, 3 is a factor of 3, 6, 9, 12 and other multiples of 3. Now let's go to the properties of multiples. See, every number is a multiple of each of its factors. So this is obvious. Every number is a multiple of each of the factors. So 24 is a multiple of 2 and 12. Every number is also a multiple of 1 and itself. Yes, this is also true here. A number can be a multiple of several different numbers. For example, 12 can be a multiple of 2, 3, 6 and so on. And a multiple of a natural number is always greater than or equal to the number itself. Even and odd numbers, we have been learning this from lower classes itself. So everyone knows what are even numbers and what are odd numbers. Okay. So even numbers are those which are divisible by 2, and odd numbers are those which are not completely divisible by 2. So hence all the multiples of 2 are called even numbers and all the numbers which are not multiples of 2 are called odd numbers. Like 3, 9, they are all not multiples of 2, so they are called odd numbers. Now this is a very important thing, children, perfect numbers. So 1, 2, 3 and 6 are all factors of 6, right? Now the sum of the factors you take, like 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 6, which is equal to 12. And what is 12? 12 is nothing but the twice the number of 6. And such numbers are called perfect number. And this is very, very important. Those numbers are called perfect numbers. Like what you have to do, first you take out all the factors and usko add kar do, or you take out the sum of all those factors and you see the sum. In this case it is 12, and then you see whether it is twice the number or no. Like, is 12 the twice of 6? Then yes, here it is yes. So hence 6 is a perfect number. If the sum of all the factors of a number is 2 times the number itself, then the number is called a perfect number. Prime and composite numbers. The numbers 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 29, which have only 2 factors. So the numbers which have only 2 factors, that is, what are the 2 factors? 1 and the number itself, they are called prime numbers. And the numbers which have more than 2 factors, like 15, say for example, they are called composite numbers, because 15 is having so many factors. It doesn't have only 2 factors, because the factors of 15 are 3, 5, 1 and then the number itself. So these numbers are all called composite numbers. So basically children, before you go further, you need to know these simple things, like what are factors, what are multiples, what are perfect numbers, prime numbers, composite numbers, right? The number 1 is neither prime nor composite. It is neither prime nor composite, because prime number should have at least 2 factors. Okay? Composite number should have more than 2 factors. So 1 does not satisfy either of the conditions. So it is called a unique number. All the prime numbers except 2, if you observe, they are all odd numbers. Okay? The only even number is 2. Even prime number is 2. Now coming to what are types of prime numbers. You must have heard a lot about twin primes, co-primes. These are all important things at this stage. So what are twin primes? What are twin primes? In a simple way to say, any 2 prime numbers whose difference is 2. Right? Like here the example given is 3 and 5. So how much is 5 minus 3? It is 2. Hence 3 and 5 are called twin primes. The other example is 5 and 7. So what is the difference of 7 and 5? 2. And 5 and 7, both are prime numbers. Okay. So these type of numbers, the pair of numbers, are called twin primes. Coming to co-primes. Co-primes are pair of numbers that do not share any common factor except 1. So co-prime numbers are the ones having no common factor except 1. For example, 9 and 10 you take. 9 and 10 are called co-prime numbers because they do not have any common factor except 1. Okay? But in this, you just observe, 10 is exactly not a prime number. Okay? But still, 9 and 10 are called co-prime numbers. So just keep in mind that in the pair of co-prime numbers, it is not necessary that the number should be prime. Okay? Just observe the 2 numbers. If the common factor between the 2 numbers is 1, okay, then the numbers are called co-prime numbers. The factors of number 9 are 1, 3 and 9, while the factors of number 10 are 1, 2, 5 and 10. The only common factor between 9 and 10 is 1. Hence 9 and 10 are called co-prime numbers. So you need to be very clear with twin primes and co-primes. Thank you.